That's all for this edition of Dateline. We'll see you again Friday at 9, 8 Central. And of course, I'll see you each weeknight for NBC Nightly News. I'm Lester Holt. For all of us at NBC News, good night.
I'm waking up my day, so let's get it started. Turn it up, turn it on, keep the morning moving right along. Yeah, I'm waking up my day, News 40 Sunrise Way. I'm waking up my day, WNKY. Yeah, when you want the force to get you out the door. I'm waking up my day, that is 40 Sunrise Way.
Weekday morning starting at 6.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into News 40 at 10. I'm Chris Allen with a quick preview of your weather. Nothing going on right now, but you can see the clouds are increasing pretty rapidly across the area. This is the incoming cold front, which over the next several hours and through the midnight hour into early tomorrow morning will start to touch off some rain finally. About a quarter inch, that's about all we're going to get out of this particular system as it moves in. We've got a much stronger system that's going to come in for Monday and Tuesday that I'll tell you about in just a minute. 58 tonight, 50% chance of showers moving in late. I'll detail that 7-day forecast into Thanksgiving week coming up in just a few minutes.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight for News 40 at 10. I'm Morgan Hoover. A big story right now in Warren County. Just this week, someone tampered with the gravesite of a local World War II veteran. News 40's Michael Ridgway has more on the story.
It wasn't a body, but a significant item to the family, taken from a church cemetery out in Warren County. Just this week, a report was filed in hopes of fixing such a sad situation.
Yeah, it's a really sad state of affairs. I had a gentleman come in yesterday, and he wanted to report that his father's military marker that was on his grave had been desecrated, removed, but it had been recovered, and he had been contacted by one of the local funeral homes about that, who had been contacted by a recycling company who wanted to get it back to the rightful owner.
An unfortunate situation indeed, one that has upset many people in the city of Bowling Green, the desecration of a veteran's grave for profit.
For the individual to feel that they could remove something that they never earned, never belonged to them, that somebody else had earned through their service to this nation, I think is absolutely appalling.
Fortunately, that recycling center contacted the funeral home who arranged the veteran's burial back in 2012.
You know, somebody asked me, has this ever happened before? In all my years of working in funeral service, and it's 80-some years that we've been in business, no, this has never happened before. This is a first.
And while it is illegal, from time to time,
I hate to say it, but it's fairly common, especially around Memorial Day and such as that, when people put out brand new flower displays and what have you on the monuments. Yeah, things do come up missing.
The sheriff said this is not something that will fly under his watch. Tampering with grave sites is a felony.
So we want to send a strong message to anybody else, I mean, that may think that somehow or another they're going to garner $10, $15 from something they go in there and desecrate and remove, that we're going to vigorously go out and we're going to investigate and find that person and bring them to a point of justice.
And while the situation is being rectified, the peace of mind for the family is definitely rattled.
It's just a shame that when you bury your loved one and you have closure and you put your flowers and your monuments and your keepsakes down, you just never think a number of years later that someone's going to come out and remove them from you.
The funeral home contacted Veterans Affairs this morning, and they actually have a policy in place for this kind of thing. So eventually a new plate will be shipped and reinstalled in the coming weeks. Morgan, back to you.
All right, Michael. Well, now to a disturbing story out of Logan County, where a former Kentucky district judge is facing several charges after threatening to slash the car tires of parents attending a Thanksgiving school lunch today. The Logan County Sheriff's Office says around 11 o'clock this morning, they got a call about a woman standing outside of Auburn Elementary with a knife. The school was hosting a Thanksgiving lunch for students and their families at the time. Deputies say Sue Carol Browning, you see on your screen, a former District 7 judge, was holding a butcher knife and threatening to slash the tires of cars in a parking lot near the school. When deputies arrived, they saw Browning slash 2 tires on a vehicle. When confronted, they say Browning ran from deputies into her personal business to get rid of the knife before being arrested. Browning is facing several charges, including disorderly conduct, criminal mischief, and fleeing or evading police. Well, if you're planning a camping trip to Mammoth Cave Park this weekend, listen up. The national park has placed a burn restriction on all open fires. The restriction, effective immediately, includes campfires in the park's 3 front country campgrounds and in all backcountry campsites and picnic areas. Park officials say gas camp stoves are permitted but should be watched closely during use. The restriction is due to that elevated fire danger, and it corresponds with the Edmonson County burn ban that was issued yesterday. Park officials say anyone caught violating the restriction will face felony charges. The local food truck community is rallying behind one of their own who lost their truck in a devastating fire. Food truck frenzy. It happened earlier tonight near the Sloan Convention Center. Over 20 different food trucks from the area gathered, with a portion of their proceeds going to help the owners of Ladybug's Fritters and Fries. They were forced to close their truck after 6.5 years after it caught fire. For one truck owner who organized this fundraiser, they say getting 20 food trucks together instead of just 1 or 2 was pretty overwhelming.
We are all very competitive. As business owners, as entrepreneurs, we are extremely competitive. And for us to be able to say this isn't about us, this is about them, is huge. Because this is their moment, and we want to be here to help them.
Santa made an appearance as well. Everyone said they were happy to help out a fellow food truck owner. And tonight, the Bowling Green community is supporting police officer Matt Davis at the Southern Kentucky Performing Arts Center for the Back Up the Blue benefit concert. It happened earlier tonight. Several artists performed, including the Charlie Daniels Band Legacy, and a pretty impressive silent auction was held, all to benefit Officer Davis, who was shot and injured in the line of duty back in July. 100% of the proceeds tonight are benefiting him and his family during his recovery. The performers who organized this say they are honored to be able to give back to those who protect our community.
Got together with a bunch of my buddies and said, how can we bring my Nashville songwriting family up together with my Bowling Green police family, bringing awareness to his recovery and the amazing sacrifice that he's made for this community.
This isn't the last time you'll see some of these artists performing. For more details, you can visit our website. That's WNKY.com. A local organization is helping people get back on their feet tonight. The Goodwill Opportunity Center in Bowling Green is spreading some goodwill as they work to hold an Opportunity Expo earlier today. The event helps those who have been either incarcerated or homeless get back on their feet and re-enter the workforce.
When you hear Goodwill, you typically relate that to our retail stores, but we're so much more than that. We have opportunity centers across the state, and 11 opportunity centers, and in each of those we also offer assistance helping people to get jobs and removing barriers in order to help them to keep their jobs.
If you or someone you know could possibly benefit from these Goodwill services, try contacting the nearest Opportunity Center near you. More details can be found on our website. Again, that is WNKY.com. For many children who are adopted or in foster care this time of year, it can be difficult for them since this is the year of giving. People at the Family Enrichment Center say the donation of time can go much further than money can. News 40 reporter Tucker Covey explains.
At the Family Enrichment Center in Bowling Green, resources are available to families who have or are interested in adopting. But many of these families need community support.
A lot of people who do adopt may need some support. That there are ways that you can support and help people who have adopted is really great, and so it's really helpful. knowing that when families adopt, the adoption day is not the end of their journey.
There are many ways to help a foster or adopted family, but Folks says one of the best ways to do this is by donating time and being a loving neighbor.
Some people may not be able to adopt, but maybe they can provide a weekend respite for a family that has adopted, just to give people a little bit of a break or some help, or just babysit and give them a weekly night out.
Other groups in the community are also working to help these families, such as The Network, which does a monthly meal drop to families, building relationships along the way.
The meal drop, especially because it's been going on for a long time, and a lot of the people who are volunteering to drop a meal to a family are the same ones who have been dropping since day one, and this started during COVID. So this has been a while, and so these have become relationships.
In Bowling Green, because local matters, Tucker Covey, WNKY News 40.
Check in now with Weather Chief Chris Allen for a first look at our forecast. Hey there, Chris.
Hey there, Morgan, and good evening, everyone. We're not seeing anything yet on the radar screen, but given a little bit of time as we head into the late night hours, during the early morning and even throughout the day tomorrow, the rainfall should be moving in. We're trying to see maybe some sprinkles trying to work their way in from the west, just ahead of that fast-moving cold front. Temperatures right now, anywhere from the mid to upper 50s to low 60s. We're at 63 here in Bowling Green, and the temperature trend, even though it's been warm lately, it's about to change big time. In fact, we're going to bottom out in the 50s during the weekend, and just as we start to climb back up, look what happens for the day before Thanksgiving and the day of. Highs only in the 40s. Details on that 7-day holiday week forecast coming up. But right now, here's a preview of sports with Maxwell.
Thank you, Chris. We got plenty coming up in sports tonight. Hear what defensive coordinator Tyson Summers has to say about Sam Houston's offense ahead of this weekend's final home game of the season. We have that plus many more things, including WKU's run of the Conference USA tournament, coming up in sports. Morgan.
All right, Maxwell, in health news now. Today is the Great American Smokeout. It's a time to focus on quitting smoking. The American Cancer Society says it takes time and requires a plan. So if you're thinking about kicking the habit, consider these ways to help you quit, and taking that first step is really the most important. The past decade in the U.S., the number of tobacco smokers has declined, but about 34 million American adults still haven't kicked the habit. That's according to the American Cancer Society.
There's really nothing more important that you can do for your health than to stop smoking.
Smoking can lead to heart and lung disease, stroke, diabetes, and cancer.
42% of cancers are preventable. Half of that is from tobacco.
There's not one right way to quit smoking, but experts say start by thinking about why you want to quit. Write down your reasons and look back on them when you want to smoke. Next, set a quit day, making a strong personal commitment to stop. Let others know of your plan so they can support and help you. And finally, plan how you want to quit. For most people, it'll be a combination of medicine, a method to change personal habits, and emotional support.
Quitting smoking is really hard and it's very difficult, but people can get there.
When you do quit, the 4 Ds can help fight the urge to smoke. Delay for 10 minutes and repeat if needed. Deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. Drink water slowly, sip by sip. And finally, do something else. Get up, move around.
It may take 1 time, it may take 2 times, it may take 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, but not giving up on it is incredibly important.
Many studies have shown the dangers of smoking tobacco during pregnancy, but now a new study is sounding the alarm on marijuana use during pregnancy. According to research published in the journal Addiction, infants born to mothers who used marijuana while pregnant were twice as likely to be underweight. and nearly twice as likely to be born premature. The infants were also more than twice as likely to be admitted to the NICU. Marijuana use in pregnancy has been on the rise in recent decades, more than doubling between 2002 and 2017. The CDC says that marijuana use during pregnancy can also lead to impulsivity, hyperactivity, attention issues, and other behavioral issues in children, as well as an increased chance of autism. New data shows the U.S. is among the most dangerous developed nations for childbirth. Over 10% of births were preterm last year. And Kentucky ranks among some of the worst states. Naomi Ruckham breaks down those reports.
The preterm birth rate in the U.S. remains near an all-time high, according to the March of Dimes annual report card. Data of preterm births from the CDC finds 10.5% of births happened before 37 weeks of pregnancy in 2021, the highest percentage ever. In 2022, that number dropped to 10.4%, a negligible difference, according to the head of the March of Dimes. When we see a slight improvement over last year, is that enough?
Really, if you look at the data over the last 20 years, we haven't made any improvements, and it's really going in the wrong direction.
The March of Dimes gives the U.S. a D+ grade, and 8 states plus Puerto Rico earned an F.
That's where we see chronic conditions like hypertension, the diabetes, smoking, obesity.
The data also highlights significant racial disparities. Black and Native American women are 54% more likely to have a preterm birth compared to white women. Preterm birth is one of the leading causes of infant death in the U.S., and CDC data shows the infant mortality rate rose 3% last year, the largest spike in over 2 decades.
I can't believe that Black babies are 2 times more likely not to make their first birthday compared to their white counterparts.
The new report also shows maternal deaths have almost doubled in the United States since 2018. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, New York.
Well, still to come on News 40 at 10, a Kentucky youth group is working to change the Kentucky Constitution after discovering language that relates to slavery. The details after this, but first, Weather Chief Chris Allen has a full look at our forecast. That's coming up next.
The competition is on.
This is nerve-wracking.
Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy? Weeknights at 6 on NBC 40.
Welcome to the Sonic Burgerverse.
Burgerverse!
It's like a universe, but with 2 new cheeseburgers. So cheesy. Bold hickory barbecue.
Tangy.
Garlic butter bacon.
It's back.
The possibilities are infinite. It's like cheeseburger. The new cheeseburger lineup at Sonic.
I'm Ashley Wilson. Coming up tomorrow on News 40 Sunrise, discover how you can get involved with the gospel group right here in Bowling Green, plus end the work week with a smile in this week's edition of Feel Good Friday. These stories only on News 40 Sunrise.
Just rockin' and rollin', baby. Come back tomorrow.
We got you all fixed up. Got it all fixed up for you, ma'am. Let there be light, ma'am.
Looks like she finally called JB.
I'm attorney Deborah Brose. I am committed to my clients across South Central Kentucky. But don't just take it from me. If you've been injured in a car wreck, I can help. Call our office today for a free consultation.
If you have a family gathering coming up but want everybody to get to sit at the adults table, Ford's can help. We have a huge selection of dining rooms in stock and ready for immediate delivery. Multiple finishes and styles available now at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
All your friends might be having babies, but you've got your own little bundle of joy right here. Just 99 cents for warm, chili, melty cheddar cheese and crunchy Fritos wrapped in a tortilla blanket. Now that's a deal, baby. The Sonic 99-cent Fritos Chili Cheese Junior Wrap.
We're back with Weather Chief Chris Allen. Chris, we're all just waiting for that rain.
Waiting on the rain. No, that's not how the song goes. It's Milli Vanilli, isn't it?
I like it.
Yeah. Okay.
Good rendition.
Our weather has been a little Milli Vanilli. Yeah, without the vanilli part. Okay, here's a look at what's going on right now. I don't know what I was just saying. I just kind of made it up as I go. 63 is the temperature right now in Bowling Green, and we're seeing more clouds, and those clouds are going to give way to some showers. We're seeing the humidity go up. The dew points are going up into the 50s now, and the barometer is falling. All of that is a sign of the cold front making its approach to the area. So the winds are calm now, but once the front comes in, the winds may kick up a little bit during the overnight hours. We're not expecting any kind of severe weather or rough weather or anything like that, just some rainfall. 76 was our high today, 3 degrees shy of the record of 79 set back in 1931. Wow, 49 was our low this morning. We should have been at 37, and now we're exactly 6 inches behind year to date from January 1st to today on overall rainfall. That's how bad it is. But we're seeing better chances of rain overnight tonight, about a 50% chance. That goes up to 90% chance, a high chance of rain tomorrow for just about everyone. Then the chance goes back down to 50% by tomorrow evening. Then it's out of here for a few days, including Saturday and Sunday. But here's the next chance of rain coming up to 70% on Monday into Tuesday. I do think that's when we'll get more of a chance of thunderstorms and beneficial rain. This rain coming in tomorrow, not that beneficial, but we'll take it. Here's a look at the current map situation, and over the next 40 hours, this is a fast-moving front, so it's not going to be here long. Therefore, we're not going to get much rain out of it. We'll get scattered showers and perhaps a thunderstorm, a rumble of thunder tomorrow with some of the rain as it comes down, especially when the front comes through. And that'll be sometime in the early afternoon. And even behind the front, there will be a few showers. But as I said, this thing's going to move pretty quickly. It's going to be out of here by Saturday morning. Skies begin to clear, and you see high pressure with that brisk northeasterly or northwesterly wind coming in on the front side of the center of high pressure. That means much colder air is coming in, and for the rest of the weekend, it's going to be with us. Saturday and Sunday look great, but it's just going to be chilly. Now, how much rain for Monday and Tuesday? The potential is there for 1 to 2 inches of rain. That wouldn't eradicate the deficit, but it'll put a small dent into it, which is something that we desperately could use right now. 58 tonight, 50% chance of showers moving in late. The winds will start to pick up as well once the front moves through. And then tomorrow, 90% chance of rain, 66, much cooler Saturday and Sunday. There's your better chance of rain Monday and Tuesday, but look what happens after that. Highs only in the 40s. Lows will dip into the 20s once we get into Wednesday night, into Thursday, which is Thanksgiving, Black Friday, also looking chilly. We're back with more News 40 at 10 right after this.
All-wheel drive season is coming. Changes, weather, road conditions. What doesn't change? Toyota's capability to keep pushing on with a family of trucks built to outlast and outlive any adventure. Like the powerful new Tundra. Toyota is now offering $1,000 APR cash on any new Tundra Gas SR, SR5, and Limited models. Plus 2 years no-cost maintenance. Change is coming. Save now on Tundra. Toyota, let's go places.
At Abound Credit Union, we're for free checking and early paydays. We're for relaxing weekends and exciting days off, making memories and doing more. Because Abound is for free checking that gets you paid up to 2 days early. That's value for living.
BG Home Furnishings is the best place to shop and work. We stay motivated with daily massages.
It is just like the North Pole around here. Santa and his elves are delivering daily. We can make a calendar out of our delivery team. Meet Mr. November, always smiling and ready to deliver your sofa. For over 40 years, we are proud to be a locally owned and operated business. We are so thankful for the continued support of our community.
At Abound Credit Union, we're for your peace of mind and solutions that are a piece of cake. We're for bills getting smaller and cash flow getting larger. We're for consolidating debt and saving you money, because Abound is for personal loans that bring value for living.
Enjoy a great lunch with a different food truck every week and help support our local charities.
Join us for Food Truck Fridays at the Tidballs parking lot on Chestnut Street. Part of your lunch purchase will be donated to a local nonprofit by Flora Templeton Stewart and our food trucks.
Food Truck Friday has collected over $10,000, making a difference in our community.
Brought to you by the law firm of Flora Templeton Stewart.
Even after slavery was abolished more than 150 years ago, language regarding slavery still exists on the books in more than a dozen states, including here in Kentucky. Now a youth group in a small Kentucky town is hoping to change that. Julia Sandor has her story.
I can't overstate how important it is for this kind of thing to bring people together, to show that a deeper way of love is possible and can make real change in the world.
While South Elkhorn Christian Church may sit empty on a Tuesday afternoon, it's typically filled with people from all walks of life. Senior minister Michael Swartzentruber doesn't just preach the word of God, but also teaches inclusive love.
I was preaching a sermon on Philemon and brought up the issue of slavery and mentioned that slavery still exists on the books in Kentucky, in Article 25 of Kentucky's Constitution. And in a conversation subsequent to that, the youth were inspired, as audacious as it may sound, to do something big and try and change the Kentucky Constitution.
The section reads, slavery and involuntary servitude in this state are forbidden, except as a punishment for crime, whereof the party shall have been duly convicted. Still on the books, it sparked the minds of the youth group at South Elkhorn, prompting them to step up in front of those in the city and state.
So the youth spoke most recently at a legislative subcommittee hearing, and before that had some experience doing some work with the Fayette County Human Rights Commission in drafting a resolution and then speaking on behalf of that resolution to the Lexington-Fayette Urban County government.
Throughout the year, they've made strides to create change, he says, pushing back on the stigma of negativity placed over their generation.
So I'm proud, I'm excited, I'm hopeful. This is an energizing kind of thing, and it's something that we get to do together as a church. And to think of youth leading us as church just fills me with joy.
And they say they're in it for the long haul.
Well, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Summer skies, they warm up everything. Then fall comes around, and you know it's getting near. Christmas is my favorite time. Experience so much Christmas the way Santa does.
To those who served and those who sacrificed, thank you. Because without you, America the Beautiful would not be possible. And to show our gratitude at Ford, we're honoring veterans with a special offer. Since you're all in on America, we're all in on you.
Now, veterans and service members can get a Powertrain Care Extended Service Plan plus $1,000 bonus cash on select Ford vehicles.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
WNKY News 40 Weather wants you to join our team. Become a weather watcher at WNKY.com. You can connect directly with our team. Plus, your photos and videos will be featured in our weathercasts.
Presented by JB Electric. Grab some lunch and make an impact. Join WNKY News 40 for Food Truck Fridays on the corner of 10th and Chestnut. This week features Cassidy's Barbecue. To benefit Kiwanis' Sensory Music Garden, see the full lineup at WNKY.com.
At FHG, we carry the Johnny O signature brand of clothing that's designed for comfort and made to last. We are dedicated to carrying only the finest clothing and to providing a service that exceeds expectations, and to offer the Bowling Green area the best of the best for any man. When clothing makes the man, FHG makes the clothes. From the golf course to the office, FHG and Johnny O have you covered. FHG, clothing and service with a purpose.
Person, place, or thing.
It's not Las Vegas, Atlantic City.
Play along with a chance to win from home on WNKY NBC 40.
Welcome into sports. The WKU Lady Toppers were in action last night. WKU visited Vanderbilt down in Nashville, looking to start the season 4-0. Game was back and forth through all 4 quarters of play, but Vandy got the win late, 77-74. The biggest factor in the loss was the Tops and them being out-rebound 50-29 with too many second chance points allowed. For head coach Greg Collins, he is looking to continue to grow.
I felt like all night, all season really, this group just plays hard and they fight. And so we wanted to win this ball game, but at the end of the day, we've got to learn what we've got to get better. And then tomorrow we got to get up and start getting to work for Miami of Ohio.
Well, the WKU volleyball team is set to tip off the Conference USA tournament this week. The USA Awards were announced this afternoon, and head coach Travis Hudson was named Coach of the Year. Paige Briggs became the 6th player in program history to win Player of the Year in Conference USA. 6 other Hilltoppers are also tapped to all-conference teams as well. For head coach Travis Hudson, the conference has never been this competitive.
Conference USA has never looked like this. There are probably 6 teams that legitimately think they can go down there and win this thing, and with good reason. Like, there's good volleyball teams. I mean, I think we got 4 or 5 teams in the top 100 in the RPI right now. I don't know the last time Conference USA had that.
Well, WKU football is looking to get back to their winning ways on the gridiron after losing 3 of their last 4 games. WKU's last home win, well, that was September 28th when they topped MTSU 31-10. Defensive coordinator Tyson Summers talks about what the Bearcats bring to the table offensively.
They've got a good offense all the way across the board. The offensive line is big. They're massive. They're 6'4", 300-something pound guys, and want to push you around in the run game. So it'll be a big challenge for us this week.
Well, the 10th ranked Louisville Cardinals are taking a trip to South Florida as they are going to face off against my alma mater, the University of Miami. The Cards are 9-1 with their only loss coming from their matchup against Pitt. Louisville is competing for a championship spot in the ACC. Kickoff is set for 11 a.m. local time, and the Kentucky Wildcats are looking to get back to that 500 record in SEC play. The Cats are traveling down to South Carolina, take on the Gamecocks. South Carolina is 2-5 in conference play and are in second to last in the SEC. Kickoff for that one set for 6:30 p.m. local time. That's a look at sports. We'll be right back after this break.
Why is Candace more excited than a toddler taking her first steps? Maybe it's because Byrider looked at factors beyond her credit to help her finance her first car. Or perhaps it's because she has our optional service protection plan to keep her car running smoothly for years to come. Or maybe it's because every Byrider has an on-site service department with low service rates. If we had to guess, it's probably all 3. Get credit for being you at Byrider.com.
The nursing home made you an important promise. They promised to be a good home for your loved one and to provide professional care in a safe environment. Now the nursing home has broken that promise and you're left searching for answers. Call us at Hughes & Coleman for a free consultation. If your loved one suffered a serious injury or untimely death while in a nursing home, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600. Standing up for your loved ones is what matters now.
WNKY News 40 wants to make your holidays extra special. We're sending 2 lucky winners to experience the magic of Christmas at Gaylord Opryland. This early Christmas gift includes a 2-night stay at Gaylord Opryland, admission to Ice featuring the Polar Express, and admission to tubing. Our winners will be announced on the Black Friday edition of News 40 Sunrise. Get ready to enjoy Christmas at Gaylord Opryland. Enter to win now at WNKY.com/contests.
Is your search for a new home on hold because of high interest rates and high monthly payments? Jago Homes has your solution with a low 4.99 fixed interest rate and no energy bills for 2 years. You'll enjoy open, spacious living, and your family will be comfortable year-round with exclusive Energy Smart technology. Learn why a new Jago home is more affordable than you think at jagohomes.com. because life is too precious to be put on hold.
I'm Ashley Wilson. Join me for Voices of Honor on News 40 Sunrise. Every Wednesday, local men and women of the U.S. Armed Forces share their stories and how they continue to serve South Central Kentucky.
Voices of Honor, brought to you by Hosperis Health. WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Welcome back. We're waiting on that rain to move in tonight.
Yep, and it's going to move in. It's just not going to be a lot. That's the only problem. 58 tonight, 50% chance of showers, with the rain mainly moving in after midnight into the early morning hours tomorrow, then rain all day tomorrow. Again, not a lot. 66, then much cooler Saturday and Sunday. The better rain chances come Monday and Tuesday before Thanksgiving.
Look at that, a little chillier on Thanksgiving too.
Oh, it's going to be cold actually.
Yeah.
43, then it's going to get down into the 20s.
Oh, the holiday seasons are really here with the cold weather.
Time to ship out to Florida.
Take us with you.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Have a great night.